resource pool or the divisible pool that is shared or distributed amongst provinces, then each and every province has an incentive that it must post a higher population number so that it can justify more bigger claim on the resources. So now if the province is responsible for all population control, but ultimately the resources that the province will get depends on the number of population it can show. So I think this is a big contradiction in itself. There is no incentive for any province to carry out a successful population control program. So I think the time has come that we need to seriously review the National Finance Commission formula for distribution of resources. While there ought to be some weightage for population, but I think there should be equal weightage for demographic efficiency or population control program success that province also shows, because then no province should feel that if I can carry out a successful population control program, I will not be penalized for carrying out a successful population control program. So this is not possible unless we have national consensus on this, and I would urge all the experts to really put forward this case before the policymakers, because we have many political controversies now associated with how census is done. Census has been a very controversial issue in Pakistan for last several decades. Some provinces have been constantly alleging that they are not counted properly. Why? Because in some provinces we have internal dynamics where it is very difficult to balance those competing, conflicting interests. So this has become quite an explosive issue, and you always see that whenever we have census, there are political controversies associated with census. So the only way I think to come out of it is that either we delink census with the distribution of national resources, so that census only becomes a development and an academic data, and it does not influence the distribution of resources, or if it has to be linked with distribution of resources, we need to have a more progressive formula for distribution of resources in the provinces, and I think this will be a major, this should be a major priority if we really want to see success in population control programs. The reason I have come here out of a convention which we are holding to honor our martyr, is Prime Minister was also keen to come here, but he is in that convention. But he asked me to come here and on his behalf reassure the audience that our government assigns full priority, and we understand the importance of this important intervention that we need to make in our society if we have to grow faster, because unless we will control population, we will not be able to distribute our resources in a manner where we can educate our children well, we can provide our people good health care, we can provide our people a good future. So our future is linked to how fast we can control the growth of population. Unfortunately, the preliminary